Do you want RV storage slide out trays but aren't sure how to measure and figure out which ones you need?
Well, that's what we're fixing to show you.
Hey y'all, I'm Cole.
And I'm Dawn.
And we're younger every day.
So basically we bought a fifth wheel, sold almost everything we had in Texas, packed up the kids and the dog, and headed out.
Now we're RVing full time and we're loving this crazy life. On
this channel, we take you on amazing adventures, share product reviews, share tips and tricks for RV living, and help you pick out the perfect gear for your rig, kind of like today.
So if you're new here, click subscribe to join the younger gang, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss out on any of our new content.
And if you haven't seen some of our other videos, you can click right up here to get all caught up.
Today we're here at MORryde with Brian Hosinski, service manager, and we're taking a look at how to measure your RV basement so you can choose the right sliding cargo trays for your rig.
Today we're just showing you how to measure and choose the right ones, but we're also going to be doing an installation showing you how you can install those on your own and showing you our review of these sliding cargo trays.
If you want to check those out, you can click right up there to look at that playlist.
So the first question that for the customer is to determine what exactly it is you're looking for. If you want a compartment that goes all the way through, you would have to go for measure the narrowest possible opening on either side. Or if you want to go two different ways, you can measure the width of each door on each side. And like what you're doing in your case is you're just measuring each side and you're getting a tray on both sides. First thing we'll measure is the width of this door right here. Notice we have an obstruction right here. We can't go from the sides of the lip of the actual compartment. We have to go to the felt of the door that's protruding. So you notice we got 50 inches from the edge of this door to the protrusion right here. So that is the max that we could go. We want to determine if you're going to go 90 inches, which is that is your all the way through, 60% extension out that side, 60% extension out of this side. We would have to measure the opposite door, but in this case we're just going to measure a tray coming out the side of this door, so we need to find the max depth in which we could get to this door. So as you can see, if we want as wide as possible, we're going to have to see how far back this protrusion here goes. And you can see we got about 60 inches. That's about the max depth that we can get on this particular tray. We have 45 different trays, combinations of width and depth. So we take those figures and we can then from there figure out which trays works the best for us. So we know we can go 40 inches width, depth-wise, and then we can do a 60 inch depth, lengthwise.
If you don't have a MORryde catalog on hand, it's really easy to find all about their cargo trays on their website. You're just going to type in MORryde.com, so MORryde, go there. And I like to go the way that shows the pretty pictures, so you can go through this text menu up here, products at the top, but I'm going to go down here to RV products, click there, and explore RV products. Then I'll scroll down and choose towables. Next up, I can see a whole bunch of images, and I'm just going to look at this menu on the left and select sliding tray systems, and then I can see all the different cargo trays and battery trays, LP trays, everything they have. I'm going to go into 60% extension cargo trays. When I pull that up, I can see some information about those, how far they come out, what kind of dimensions are available. But if I click dimension chart, I can actually get part numbers for all the widths and lengths that are available. And that's on the 60% extension. Then if we go back and look at the 80% extension products, we can see all the part numbers that are available for the 80% extensions.
What do we measure? 50 to 60, so 48 by 60 inch tray is what would work best for us. So the second item to consider after you determine the length and the width of the tray, which one is appropriate to you, is the size lip. Most fifth wheels, the vast majority of fifth wheels, the compartments on these are going to have a lip in some respect. So the minimum lip clearance you need is 1.6 inches. So if the lip is above 1.6 inches, you know you're going to need a riser kit of some kind, which we actually do sell a good looking riser kit, or if you want to fabricate your own, that's something that we tell people they can do as well. So we can check out the lip clearance we have here. Now this one is a little bit different. Usually we're measuring the lip clearance right about here. So you can see it's about 2 1/4 inch. So you would know you would need a riser kit. But in this case, we also have this latch up here, which is about 3 1/4 inches. So we will have to put some sort of modification, a riser kit. Ours has 3 different levels of adjustment to it. Or if you have an appropriate size 2x4 piece of wood, that could be installed and would be sufficient to giving you the boost so that the tray can clear the lip of the compartment. If you're opting for a pass-through cargo tray, meaning the entire width of the coach, you will want to measure the narrowest possible door. In that case, that's this one right here. We measured 50 inches on the other side. This measures at about 26 inches. Now the important thing to consider, 26 inches is the exact width of one of our cargo trays. However, just because I measured up here does not necessarily mean that we can get a 26-inch tray into it. We do have to consider where this tapers off right here, and you can see this rises up, so I'm gonna go up until we start to get a rise, and we got about 24 3/4 inches. So that's the width that I'm gonna go off of. Now we can do one of 2 things. We can put another extended kit on this side. Again, like I said, we had the aftermarket extension kit, or we can modify something to give you enough clearance to pass this portion right here. So in order to do that, we're looking at about 3 1/2 inches before we can clear it. Again, the idea with the cargo tray is to get the right one to maximize your storage capacity and maximize the amount of utility space that you can keep inside your coach. So with the battery trays, virtually the same as the cargo trays. You just want to take a basic measurement of what kind of space you have to work with. In this case, we've got about 27 inches here, which is plenty. I think the width we have is a 21-inch tray that we're looking at. The depth we've got about 24 1/2 inches, give or take. With battery trays, you almost always need a riser on it. We don't have a specific aftermarket riser kit for the battery tray, so in this case we will have to fabricate something, use a 2x4 just to give it enough boost to clear this lip right here. We'll measure the lip just for the sake of knowing, and we've got about 2 1/2 inches to clear. Again, that's something a 2x4 can take care of very easily. So as we said, when it comes to cargo trays, it's all about what works best for you and your situation. Like I said, a lot of people are trying to get that pass through. They like to be able to pull out on each side, 60% each way. So in this situation, we look through here and we know we've got a very narrow door on the other side. So if you look underneath, if we were to opt through it for a pass-through cargo tray, it would go all the way through that 26-inch door, but then notice the space on the side that you're missing out on. That space that's essentially lost that we could put with a bigger cargo tray. So if it makes sense for you to pass out of both sides, that's fine. That's what you're getting. Otherwise, you may want to opt on getting 2 trays for each side. That way you can maximize your storage space, your sliding storage space on the bigger half of the door.
If you'd like to see behind the scenes of our visit to MORryde,
You can click right up here to check that out.
we want to give a big thanks to Brian for showing us how to measure and teaching us how to choose the right trays for our rig.
Now that we've shown you how to measure and choose the right ones for your rig, you can call your favorite RV dealer and get those ordered right away.
And once you get them in, you can click right up here on the MORryde logo to see a video about how to install them. I definitely learned a lot today. What about you?
For sure.
It's really cool. I know this is something we've been interested in for several years. And so having the opportunity to talk to somebody at MORryde and see in person Brian showing us how to measure and pick them, it's really cool. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure and give us a big thumbs up and let us know you liked it.
And don't forget to hit subscribe and join the Younger Gang so you can be a part of this awesome community.
Also, I hope you'll check out some of our other videos right over there. So, going to MORryde and finding out exactly how to measure and how to pick the right trays for an RV and then sharing it with you, that's just another way we're living younger every day.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.